Hello, welcome back. Today we are starting another project. I know what you're thinking, why in the world so many? Why? Because I want to program more stuff. That's why. So, without further ado, what I'm working on right now, this is about as far as I got before I decided to actually start recording, is in Minecraft, whenever someone chats something, you'll have, you know, uh, for example, you can chat stuff like this. And however, whenever you want to type a command and tell someone to run a command, then what you do is you type in chat. If you just type like, say, I don't know. So you could type this, but if you actually try and type this in chat, you'd just be running a command. So what you do is you type a dot in front of it, and so in any case, anytime in chat, people type messages like this, and I don't know, sometimes you could say stuff like that. In any case, the problem is that whenever you get that, you then have to go and type in the command to actually run it. And so what I want to do is I want to just program something which goes through and makes those bits of text clickable so that it will just run the command. Alright, so in any case, here's what I've got so far. I've programmed up, mostly just added mod IDs, and actually I came to the conclusion that I don't need that. Sorry, it's just a library with some stuff in it which I use across mods, but I don't think this needs any of it. In any case, all I've done is set up mod IDs and write up this amount of code, and what we have to do at the moment is currently this function will be run anytime a chat message is received. And so when I went up here and I made a regex which will check for messages matching a command. So we start off with something that's either the start of a line followed by some number of spaces and a dot, or any character that's not a space followed by some number of spaces plus a dot plus, it's better just to show it. So basically, going through this, at the start of a line, we will have dot slash I command, and you can see that this runs, that this finds this pattern here. And so what you can do is you can see right here, we can also have some number of spaces here, but obviously if someone puts spaces here, it's the way I see it, command has to have some character before it if you're just going to write slash, so that still requires dot slash. However, if you have some text and then a space, then it will detect this as a command. And then, obviously you can parse out the whole command next. So this is what I got so far, and let's continue. So the first thing I noted, or that I wanted to do is, currently it's doing this, but it was just turning the whole message into a string. But I think if we have a look at the text component, see, because first of all, some bits of text might already be clickable commands, and I don't want to mess with that, and I also want to keep it to stuff which is, and I also want to like preserve formatting and such. So I think we should do this component by component. So if we call visit, I honestly don't know what in the world this does. Let's see here. Text component visit. So does this say what it does? It does not. Alright, well, let's have a look at this. So visit takes in a styled text acceptor, which is my guess just something which accepts a style and a string. So style.apply to, this is empty, return. This.color. So this is like just a default style. And if we just do this, then is itself optional is present, return on, blah 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 blah. Huh. So what does this do? Because what I want to do is iterate over each part of the text and then can figure out exactly how to make that work. So, let's see here. We just have a look at iText component. Does it let me go to references? Ooh, okay. I guess this is somewhat helpful. Is there even a call hierarchy? No. See, I'm looking for everything that extends this so that I know what types we have to work with. Ooh, this is good. Formatable text component. So this has all kinds of style on it. Keybind text component. Takes in a name and a key resolver. What? String text component is just a string. Text component is a formatable text component. Huh. I'm guessing this has to do with translations. What's a selector text component? Entity selector parser. Get contents. What? And score? I honestly don't know what any of this means. Well, maybe if we look up how to add a clickable text message in chat, then we can get an idea as to how this could work. So, craft forge text. So chat style, iChat component. Huh. So if we have a look at get messages in iText component though, is iChat component? That's not a thing. So this does strings. Event.getMessage. I know there's getString. What does toString do? Because I think it is, no, that just forwards it to the, that just forwards it to objects, so that's not going to be helpful. Plain copy, get visual order, text, what? This is an I reordering processor. Code point forward composite. Isn't very helpful. So if we go back to this 1.8 message, chat click event in 1.16. Use text component. This is an iText component. Is there just a text? There is a text component class. Interesting. Equals hash code toString. Huh. So according to this, there's a .setClick event. So there's get and set style functions here. Alright, I guess we just walk up the tree and figure out where it allows you to do this. So this does styles. Huh. Can I show call hierarchy? No. I do it here. Huh. So is this everything that extends text component? Okay, well, let's just go through these. So message, all messages is something which returns a get string and iText properties. Whoa, okay. This is somewhat interesting. Visit, optional empty, visit, styled text acceptor. Huh. What the? Okay. Dot of composite get string. All right. But it doesn't look like text component actually supports a set click event thing. Okay, so it looks like they have the same errors here. Look at this. Message.setClick event and setHover event. So, according to this, if we get rid of this, if we just try sending a message, so new, so according to this, you should be able to initialize a text component. No, get rid of that. As a new text component like that. Cannot instantiate the type. Why not? Because it's abstract. Yet that doesn't stop this site from saying that you can do it. Huh. Well, let's see. I know there's a way. How do we normally send chat messages? Because I've done it before. If we open something else that I've done. I think this should have it in there. If we just open this up, then send message text component utils. Dot from message new. Can you just show me this you and references? Literal message implements. So what implements it? Text components do. Alright, well. New literal message like this dot but there is no oh, here's an interesting thing. It looks like there's a component builder API. So there's no, what I'm saying is there's no set click action here, like the internet says there should be. I guess they're using a different version of something. So what if we do, according to this, there's a component builder. What? It's an interface. Ooh, there's a message builder. I don't think this is what we're looking for though. Yeah, this is not right. So, text component helper? No. And no. So utils. What does from message do? It just creates a new string text component. So there's selector text component. Score text component, which has patience, text component. However, these do have their own. What if we just say? What if for now we just print out event dot toString, and then we log this. So if we go and build this, and then let me just quickly open up my mods folder. So that is built, and then if we have a look at this, you can see we have a jar, which we can move into the mods folder. And then if we run, you can watch it load everything. And so for now, this should just print every chat message received to the chat, which means that we can analyze it. Which means I have to ideally get Hypixel to send me a clickable text so that we can see what it looks like. Actually, even that might not work because it would have to be some kind of composite text message, right? Because how would you get both clickable and non-clickable text in the same component? I do not know. Alright, well, there's a bunch of stuff in chat, so let's just look at the log files from that. So, over here, logs, latest. Here we go. And I was clearly smart and forgot to type get message. So we're just getting a bunch of chat received events rather than actual chats. All right. Let us try again. And there we go. All right. So let us try that again. There we go. And now we can go and have a look at these log files. Whoa. Okay. What the? Text component, siblings. Text component, siblings, which has its own style associated with it. So it is these nested components. So I'm just looking at like, and there is a click event, which is part of this. So where do we get that? Because it says just a straight up text component. So if we go to just straight up text component, it does a base component. What? Then what's printing out? Siblings is this dot siblings, which is a collection of iText components. Okay. So So text component has a list of iText components which it considers siblings. This returns base component. So, well, by logic, everything is going to extend text component in some way. So, you just look at this, go through these, this selector component, score component, keybind component, translatable component, This does text component, but it still doesn't have an explicit on-click event. So right here, text, siblings is blank, style, click event, siblings, and if we just say, so we have this open square brackets, and that runs till event siblings. What? Okay. Shoot, I'm missing a close somewhere. Huh. Hover event show text value is this text component, no siblings, this style, close, close, close. So that is the entire quote-unquote array. So the first thing here is a text component which has this click event attribute on it. Yet this does not print it. Maybe it's part of style. Ooh, that would make sense. So if we have a look at style, this has events in it. Okay, got it. Got it. All right. So, I think I know what we want to do now. All right. So how many layers deep do these sibling trees go? Text is string, siblings is this, and each of these sibling components can have their own siblings in it, which is in itself weird. All right. Maybe we want some kind of, not an iText component, but an iStyled text acceptor. What does that do though? So an iStyled text acceptor. So when we call visit, and how does visit self differ? This calls visit self. Just calls this dot accept this dot get contents, which is a string. Okay. Otherwise, for each component, optional is visit self with this. Wait, and visit self calls accept on this context. Okay. So accepts this, and that just does iText component. So visit self, this component, accept, wait, p, Okay. And a styled text acceptor accepts the style in a string. So a styled text acceptor won't work because we don't get access. No, we do. Because everything's contained in the style. Whew. This is somewhat difficult. So visit self calls it on display. What does get contents do? It is just undefined. Wow, brilliant. So get contents just returns the text of the component. All right. So iText component. When we call visit, so gonna visit self, string and style. Okay. If optional dot is present. All right. Then return optional otherwise for in siblings, then optional one. So it just iterates through all of them until it finds one that works. And so I'm just gonna build my own text acceptor thing because I mean it looks like what this does is it just visits and then it just visits the first one and then returns the first thing it gets that's not null, I think. Okay, so now that I kind of understand how this works, let us see if we can make this work. All right, so what we want to do is we want to recursively parse this. So on here we should have all of the get style and get. So is there a get string? There's a get style and a get string and a get siblings. Ooh, but there's also get contents. And I've noticed that get string will return everything in siblings, I think. And so what is the type of the topmost component? Where's our log file? It's a text component, okay. Okay. But if we just do get string, then that returns the entire message for some reason, which makes it difficult. Because ideally, at least for this case, we only want we want every text component separately so we can parse the style separately. So get contents of text component actually returns blank. No, because that's text component. String text component. Get text and get contents both return text. Huh. But it will contain some style information. So if we just print out get contents, actually let's build a basic iterator for this. So void iterate message. If we just do I text component message I text properties dot I style text acceptor T, just for the moment, and this has to take in a generic argument. There we go. Then func dot accept message dot get style message dot get contents, and then for I text component sibling in message dot get siblings iterate message or sibling. So this should recursively iterate everything. And so then if we just do func or iterate message event.getMessage style content, and then just print we just print the content to the console. Let's see what this does. And I missed a semicolon or something, didn't I? Nope, it just doesn't like something. What? Cannot infer type properties for blah 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 blah. There, it's just expecting some kind of return type. Cannot infer type arguments for type T iterate message. Just because I'm lazy. Oh, that's why. optional.empty. There. Go. And we will let that compile. And it failed. What did we do? Insert close to complete expression. Yeah. We will save that there, and we will relaunch Minecraft. Let us log in, and then we shall see that we have all of this messages, and then those should now be part of the log file. Oh my gosh. Okay. For a second I thought that I had not actually been recording my screen because I thought I had my OBS set to this, which would have been bad. There we go. Alright, we're good. We're good. Alright, so let us have a look at that log file. I still have one open. I always make the mistake of leaving a billion log files open when doing this, and then it becomes annoying. So you can see that we are receiving a bunch of messages with just content blank. But notice how these are getting different amounts. So it actually looks like we might not be repeating. Ooh, that is good. Yes, that is very good. Okay, good. Yeah, so it looks like we aren't actually repeating stuff when we're doing this get content function. All right, good. So let's actually do this. So or how about this? Because ideally the end goal is to alter this message. So how do we want to do this? Can we not? So get siblings. Oh shoot. Formatable text component. Plain copy stuff. Yeah, but is there a way that I can add siblings to something? Dot add. So at the end of the day, string message. No? String text component? Yeah, okay, this. So at the end of the day, this is what I am going to be constructing this out of. So if we just see what methods this has. Get sibling, set style, it's got visit methods with style. I'm not seeing a way to get the so if we have a look at where get siblings is defined, so it just directly returns this dot siblings. Okay, that means that we can just theoretically edit it, I think. Okay, so what we want to do is define a function such that alright, I've got it. So what we want to do is we want to return a string text component. And actually, well, to be fair, we can return just an I text component because we don't care about the specifics. And then here's what we'll do. Okay, so let's see here. You're going to say I text component is going to equal func dot accept message dot get siblings, or no, sorry, message dot, wait, just out of curiosity, the styled text acceptor, it does not have an easier method to do this with. Alright, well, what's a few extra characters? Message.getStyle and message.getContent. So this will return so this function is going to cannot convert from optional I text component. Dot dot or else we'll just actually even better. Message.copy. And message.copy just does, well, we can assume that it will copy it. Ideally, it shouldn't be thrown. It shouldn't be copied. Actually, string text component, copy, siblings, add all siblings, set style. So yeah. So copy will just copy the entire thing. Good. So, where'd my thing go? Where did my thing go? Oh no. Here. Alright, good. So, so this function will actually be what's mapping our messages to the formatted versions. Okay? So, func.accept message style blah, 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 copy. So then we're just gonna say, just in order to make sure that if we just think for a moment. No, this is fine. And then we can just say component dot get siblings. So for each of the siblings, we will, I know there's a function for this. Come on, where is it? I was looking through list the other day and I saw this function and I thought it would be great to use. Where is it? New, sort, set, replace all, remove if, remove, notify list, iterator, hash code map for each contains. I swear I saw a function that did this, or that did what I'm thinking of. Ooh, there it is. Replace all, func, replace all, not acceptable for style text acceptor. Oh. Well, that is because how can we do this? Can we define an interface. Which we'll just call styled text acceptor to avoid any difficulties. It's going to extend iText properties .istyled text acceptor t. There we go. And then it is just going to have one method, which is going to be public t accept iText component comp, or sorry, default. Return accept comp.getStyle comp.getContents. And one of the, why doesn't it like that? Oh. Optional. And one of the side effects of that is that we can now change this to just reading accept message. Why doesn't it like this? Accept. Does not define. Oh. Does this mean we can do this? Is incompatible with the descriptor's return type. Oh. Even better. Except for how should we do this? How should we do this? Accept or copy or what if we just do this? Dot or else, which means that as a result, we can literally just write this. Brilliant. And then finally return component. Brilliant. So this will go through a message. For each part of the message, we will call this function, which will take the text component of the message and convert it into another text component, or it can just return null and the text component will be passed through. Why doesn't it like this? Oh. Guess what? We're gonna do this because it makes life easier. And now we can do copy because why not? This way we don't end up altering original components, which we might not want to do. You don't take a text component anymore. And there we go. All right. So now what we can do is we will say event dot set canceled true, so that it won't be put to the screen. And then it is, how do we do this? New chat GUI dot, shoot, I know I did this somewhere. In which file did I start doing this? I feel like it was new chat GUI though. No, maybe it was because I'm just trying to put a message to the screen. Get instance dot, what was it under? Player? community.gui. Tick, overlays, set titles. I swear I've done this before. Alright, well, time to look through all of my projects until we figure out which one actually does this. It's not this. It is not this. It's not this. It's not this. Alright, so what would it be? Let's have a look at short commands. Maybe. Shortcuts remove, send message. Send message just does that. Here we go. Minecraft get instance, GUI get chat, add recent chat. Get chat, add. Oh, no, we want add message. Add recent chat does something else. So add message, alter message, event dot get message, command alter, and then we'll just define something like this: public, static, final, and heck, why not? These can all be public. Public, static, final, command alterer, command alter is new. Create class. Yay, command alterer extends. Can we move this interface to a new file? Styled text acceptor. Package, and you can't be static, so that makes no sense. Fix all the imports, and there we go. Close all of those. And so we can now say that he is going to extend a styled text acceptor, or sorry, implements a styled text acceptor. Add this unimplemented method, and there we go. Get rid of those, and get rid of that. And so theoretically, this should be all the code we need here. Now we just need to write this accept method. So, first things first, I already went over that I made a regex which will accept commands. So, first things first, we can say if content, no. How should we do this? Well, first of all, if this is going to be style and content. If style dot, first of all, if we have any kind of style on this, then just cancel anything. If you remember, returning null will just return a copy of the input component. Yeah. Or content, or not content dot matches this regex, except we have got to use some double backslashes in order to not break stuff. And why doesn't it like that? Because there's another backslash in here. There we go. All right, now a few changes to this. This assumes a match anywhere in the string. I mean, actually, find pattern command. So we can just define a pattern that'll match it and then match it anywhere in the string. No, I do not want to match this type of pattern. I would like to match this one from the Java regex library. It's going to compile this pattern that we have made with the corrections to it. All right. Then, if content, or if command pattern dot matches, no, dot matcher content dot, where is it? It's not match dot find. So I guess just dot find. So there we go. So if either there's some styling on it, because we are only going to try and parse messages which don't have a style attached to them, or command, or there's no command hidden within it, then we'll just cancel. Otherwise, how do we want to do this? Okay, here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. Matcher, actually, command matcher. We're going to move this out here, and then we're going to change this bit to a, hang on, so what does this capture? If we do like space / test, well, this is the slash. Dot two matches within the region string. So, but where is it? So dot start, the index of the first character matched. And, all right, so we can get the index of the first character matched. And is it possible for a slash to exist within this? Yes, right here. But if so, have to be followed by a number of spaces. This is going to be somewhat difficult. Does it let you get the position of a group? doesn't look like it does, which makes this somewhat annoying. Huh. How should we do this? How should we do this? Well, wait. Here's what we know. If the first character is a slash, huh. Now this is interesting. Because shouldn't this match? Oh, I see. So in the case that, no, but then the first character isn't slash. First character matched is a slash, though. But in this case, then that's what matches. So the only way that this character can be a slash is because the only way that the first character can be a slash and it can be a command okay, so by my understanding, this requires that there be some non-space character. This requires that there be the start of a string. Yes? Yes. This actually requires that there'll be a dot. So, ooh, how did this get matched? Slash dot. Ah, I see. Well, in any case, here's what we gotta do. So, string yes. All right. I think I got this. So, before text equals Sorry, I kind of got sidetracked thinking about stuff. Where was I? All right, so before text equals content dot substring. We want to read from index 0 up to command matcher dot start +1, which will get rid of something. All right, now all right. So okay. Continuing. Text is going to be equal to this. Alright. Next, we will just do a quick update on these. So for text plus equals text dot substring 0 text dot index of slash, right? This doesn't accept a regex, right? Right? Yeah, it's just a regular string. So wait. If the first index of slash is 0, yeah, okay, good. And if length is length, check bounds begin end. If begin less than 0, begin greater than end, or end greater blah blah blah, then throw an index out of bounds exception. So from what I see, this should work even if slash is at index 0. Then you are just going to say equals. All right, so there we go. Now, given this, yeah, sorry, I should actually explain this. So, first things first, this is the index of the first character of the command, or of the match of the command, and we're gonna strip that off because it's always either gonna be like a space or a dot or something. In any case, it doesn't matter. And then we know that after that, the first slash we see is gonna be the command, and so first of all, we allocate the rest of the string to the variable text. So we then add anything that's part of text that's before the slash to before text, and everything after the slash to text, or everything after the slash becomes text. There we go. All right. So then what we have to do is, so are siblings loaded? How does this load siblings? Are they just part of the, I think they're loaded like in order. So if we have a look down to this, we see like to get CoolSpy3 join the lobby, we have blank and then CoolSpy3 join the lobby. Get that. Here we go. F, thank you for being in Brown Bear 88 Skilled. F does F, thank you for being groundwork. Okay, so looking at this, it actually appears that the overarching message is read first. So when you have message child 1, child 2, then the total message would be when strung together, I think. So, working on that assumption, text component out is, actually we'll just call this a string text component for call this command text because it contains the command. go. And then you're just going to end up returning component. So this is the part where it gets difficult. What is it? Optional dot of. All right. So comp. So we're gonna have to add siblings, and the way that I want to end up doing this is by having a what's it called? I want, so given the command like slash my command A B C D hi 1 2 3 text slash 2. So given this, it is really impossible to tell how much of this is the command and how much of this is like actual how much of this is a command and how much of this is like actual text. All right. So what I want to do is like you'd have this be highlighted in one color, then this in another color, because the spaces are where it's going to be parsed at. The thing that I am kind of running into a problem with is like, how do you deal with this being a separate command? And I think that for that, I don't know, I think that it's probably just going to be unreliable, so we'll have to assume that this is part of the first command, which is somewhat annoying, but I don't think that there's an easy way around it. Without, I mean, you could send 2 messages. It's not worth figuring out. In any case, string text component comp, string text component before text, all of this stuff, great. All right. So, also in order to make this actually readable, all this would ideally be in different colors. However, I'm wondering exactly how we do this. So obviously I want to do this with the stream API because it makes everything nice by chaining stuff together. So if we start with, just to see what commands we have, we can just do that. No. There, happy? Good. So let's see. Reduce, peak, unclose, min, max, and then double is parallel. Flat map for each ordered. See, I want to find a way to like run a parallel stream with it. Drop while, filter. Splitterator? What does this do? Alright, well, let us ask the internet. So there's a concatenate, but I don't think that's what we want. Stream X. Oh, it's a library. Prepend. Huh. 14. No, this isn't quite what I want. I mean, let's see, is there like another stream dot accept or copy? No, stream dot iterate returns an infinite sequential ordered stream produced by no. Is there like a yes stream X library? No, this isn't quite what I want either. Ah well, I think I'm going to have to throw in the towel and say that it is not possible to do this easily. Let's think if there's another way to do it. There is. So, if we define a class called like a color eagle, I don't know, and it is going to implement wait, it's iterable. I know what an iterator is. So it is something which returns an iterator. It has splitterators. Okay. And enumeration. So what's the difference between those two? Iterator versus enumerator. Iterator is universal, enumerator is not universal, applies only legacy, has remove, does not have remove, can do modifications, X is a read-only interface. So from the looks of it, looks like that iterator is just a newer, better version of enumerator. Alright, so this is going to be, what is it, string, I think? No. So style has actual colors, okay, and text formatting dot. So like if we have dot aqua, but it doesn't show me the actual colors of them. Does have color. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 arguments. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. This does pass its call. This is 3 arguments. This is 4 arguments. So anything that's at least 4 arguments, which is most of these, the last thing is going to be this integer. And I'm guessing that these are the, what are they, RGBA values? Huh. Only someone would explain this. Let's see here. An at-nullable means something or other. Well, let's try something, eh? So if we do base 10 to hex, and then grab a hex color picker off the internet, then give me like this. So like 170 gives you AA. And so the code 0000AA corresponds to this blue, which is dark blue, I would say. So 43530 AA00, that's dark green, which makes sense. Let's go down to one which would be a little harder to be random. So aqua is this, which gives this code, which is aqua. So these are just RGBA codes encoded in, they're just RGB codes, not RGBA codes. So if we go here quickly, but like bold, so if integer is, okay, so what we want to do is public static final color. Ooh, Minecraft defines its own color class. Is that what is used in style? Where's style? Color is a Minecraft color. Ooh. Okay. Return new color. So what's this? Okay. So yeah, it looks like we can actually just create Minecraft colors pretty directly. So by just passing them to the constructor of the Minecraft color class. So color array was actually, we'll make this private equals stream of text formatting. Why is this being weird? Because that's there. Text formatting dot values dot filter objects colon quiet. No. Shoot, I thought there would be an easy way to do, maybe there's a predicate. Alright, well, whatever. Not style or formatting dot get color is null, or actually make sure the formatting's color is not null, dot map text formatting color dot map color new dot to array new color array, 0. So, why doesn't it like this quickly? Type colors does not define color integer. What do you mean it doesn't? Oh, it's private. They make this so much simpler. Brilliant. And why doesn't it like this? I hate that VS Code does that. If I scroll to the bottom, I don't want to scroll out of it. It's not acceptable for the arguments. Huh? Oh, sorry, it should be like that, right? There we go. Alright, so quickly. So for every possible text formatting value, make sure that it's something which has a color assigned to it. And then convert those into colors, and then put them all in an array, basically. So static final color array, get colors. It's just going to return can we stream. Sorry, so this is just so that no one can actually edit the internal colors array. Dot is color immutable? It is. Good. So can we just arrays dot copy of colors dot length. There we go. Then we now just have to implement the iterator method so that we can iterate on this. Has next is always going to return true because I'm going to make this loop so that we can just pull from it whenever we want. And then that's why we're going to internally have a private int this is 0. If position is colors dot length, pause is 0, and then we're just going to return there. And why not? We'll call it I. It's basically a loop. Why doesn't it like this? Because I was an idiot and told it to return the wrong type. There we go. So, what will this do? First of all, it will always have an element in it, and it will just start at 0. And if we've somehow reached the end of this array of colors, we'll loop to the beginning, and then we'll just do colors I. However, now that I think about it, we probably do not want to use every single one of these colors. Like white is probably not the best. Well, or black. Let's think here. Because I can see it doing some of these, but not all of them. Alright, let's first consider what colors we want this to use. Oops, don't drag stuff around, please. So let's see. I think that shouldn't use black. I could see, let's see here. Actually, I could see it using any of these besides, I guess, here we'll do it this way. we will do it this way. First, we'll add almost all the colors. I know I didn't actually do all of them, but whatever. But we don't need black. Also, I don't think gray would look good, nor would white. Yellow, light purple, sure. Aqua, sure. Green, sure. Blue, sure. Not dark gray, that would probably be too dark. Gold could work. Dark purple, dark red, dark aqua, dark green, dark blue. Yeah, alright. So I'm fine with this list of colors. Now let's choose an order for them. I think we should start with yellow. Then, see, I want to save all the dark colors for last because I think they would probably end up being too dark. So, yellow, let's do then blue, green, aqua, red, light purple, gold, dark blue, dark green. Actually, I kind of like the order that they're doing now at the top because I think that then we can just, yeah, dark red, dark purple. 4, 8, 12, 4, 8, 12. So yeah, this is all of them, and we'll do them in this order. So then what we can do is do you have a dot value of, yeah. So we can actually make this somewhat easy by saying this, and then after this we're going to go to a new line to make this nice and easier. Do all this on new lines for consistent formatting. So then dot or actually of this string we're going to split it on comma space. So then we're just going to have a string of these values. We're going to map to text formatting value of. And there we go. So now we'll take these, turn them into just these strings, convert them to the text formatting values. We don't need this anymore because we know these are all colors. Convert these into colors, and then put them all in an array. All right, good. And then this will just iterate over everything. Close all those because we do not need them. And then we can say command text. We're going to split on the space character, right? Yeah, but not quite. Okay. So what we want to do here is the following. You're gonna want to do this, and then has sorry, stream. So we're going to split it into spaces. However, there could be a number of trailing just space characters here. Ooh, actually, splitting into spaces doesn't work well. Because of that. So, um, okay, how about this? No space, we're going to create two patterns, no space 1 and no space 2. And this is because if you have command 1, 2, and then just have a bunch of spaces here, these are clearly not part of the command and should be deleted. So we will delete them, but just for just in case, we will still make them part of the message. They just won't be part of the command. All right, so stream.of command parts. So we don't want to do it like this, do we? We do not, I don't think. Wait, do we? No, sorry. We're doing no space 1, no space 2. So what this is going to have is this is just going to say we're going to have one group which does, actually, I think we only need one pattern called no space, which is going to have basically we're going to have one group which is going to have any character any number of times followed by one character which is not a space followed by the character space some number of times. All right? Good. So what we can do now, all right, what in the world, like that. So then we can say command, no, matcher, no space matcher equals no space pattern. Yes, I'm changing the name. Dot matcher to the command text. Then we will say no space matcher dot matches. And actually, I mean, what in the world? We can even say assert that no space matcher matches, because it will every time, and if not, something has gone terribly, terribly wrong. So then, delete unnecessary imports because why not? Then the command text is going to be updated to say to be in group 0. And actually, oh, sorry, group 1. Actually, just to make sure that these will always have root stuffs in them, we run this pattern through here. Then you can see that it matches it properly, and even if we have none of this second group will still exist. It will just be blank. And then we will have another string text component, extra spaces is going to be a component which just contains space matcher group 2, which is all of the trailing spaces. Now, next, we are going to have to convert this command text into something like this. So, we create a method called toCommandParts. Which will literally just say so why not public static make this an array list. toCommandParts of string command text is going to say we can have an array list parts. We're just going to create an array list like so, and then boolean has found no space is false, string part is blank. So how will this work? Simple. We will for character in dot to character array. So for every character in this character array, we will say if C is space and has found no space. Well, actually, yeah. No. Then like this. Has found no space becomes false, and part resets to string. And then we will continue. Else, found no space is true. And then regardless if we make it here, then part plus equals C. So what will this do? So iterating over the text and return parts. So iterating over the text for every character, if it happens to be a space, so let's just quickly do it by looking over the string here. So this is designed to catch things like this, but make all of this part of part 2. So we'll start with this slash, and you can see that all of this falls into character has found, that all of this will make has found no space true, and will just get added into part. All right. Ooh, actually, sorry. This should be part equals space. All right. Good. Continuing. Then we encounter this space. So character is space, that is true. Has found no space, yes, because we've just been iterating over all of this. So slash command gets added to parts. Has found no space becomes true, or has found no space becomes false, part becomes space, and then we continue. Character is space, that is false, so has found no space becomes true, and part gets added. Next, we're looking at this space character. So it is space, we have found no space, so it's added and reset. So second part becomes space 1. Then we look at this space character. Has found no space is false, and so we just add it to the current part. Happens again. Has found no space, then we get here. Has found no space becomes true. And then we reach the end of the string, which is something that I forgot to add. So parts.add part. And that will then add that entire part here to the end. And there we go. All right, so two command parts, command text will give us the parts. And then we have to do an interesting thing to this. So we just look at this real quick. Command parts. But if you think about it, we want to end up mapping these to commands, and so when we look at this, we don't want clicking on this bit to just type space 2 in chat. We want to type all of this. So every element of the list has to have all previous elements prepended to it. And so I think the way we can do that is just by saying, here's the problem though. We will be doing a double iteration of the list, or we will be altering the list as we're editing it. So how can we do this? Here's what we'll do. So for I0, I less than command parts dot size. So we're just going to use an old for loop, and because this doesn't access any kind of iterator or anything, this won't have any chance of throwing a concurrent modification exception by trying to edit it as we're iterating over it. And so then we're going to say command part, or string part is command parts dot get I, and then for I is, or j becomes one more than I, because we don't want to edit the current element, we just want to edit everything that comes after it. J still less than command parts dot size j plus plus. Then command parts dot set. This does overwrite, right? Yes, replaces the element. So we want to overwrite the element at index j with the current part, because we want to prepend it, plus command parts dot get j. So looking at our example here, starting at index 0, we have command, and then we will prepend command to space 1, so this element becomes space 1, and actually this is going to be wrong, because it is going to be space 2. So sorry, what we actually want to do is we want to iterate over the size -1, because on the last element there's no next element to, because when we get to this element there's not anything else we have to edit. So we're just going to do dot set I plus 1 get I plus 1, and there we go. So if we think about this, starting from here, this is the first one. We are going to get set the next element, which is currently this, to what we have so far, plus the content of that element, so it becomes this, and then we iterate for the second element here. 1 second. Sorry, I am back. So then plus the second, so we then get, for this element, we're going to get this element and add the content of element 1, which is, element 0, element 1, element 2. Oh cool, these actually happen to match up with the indices. I did not plan that. But we get element 1, which is now this, because we already edited it to include the command part of it. And then we just prepend it to this, so the element 2 becomes the entire thing. Alright? Good. So, next, we will then have this bit, and then we can say command parts dot add, no. Okay, sorry. Comp dot get siblings dot add all. We want to add all the command parts as their own siblings. So can we also implement a function which maps strings to I text components? See why this is important in a second, and it's missing a method to do that. We'll just go and add that in and move it up here so that it's with our other method. So we'll then say command parts dot stream dot map this, because we can convert the strings to text components, dot collect collectors dot to list. And there we go. So for every command part, we're going to turn it into a text component using the function we define here, and then turn it into a list. And actually, hang on, dot. Does it let you insert an element? Sorted splitter, take while to array string on word for each, identify all. I'm not seeing it. Let's just double check again. Limit. That's too long. First a. Alright, well, whatever. We can then just do siblings dot. We can just then add it rather than making it part of the stream. Gonna add the spaces to the end of that. And there we go. That should be that. Now we just have to write a function which converts T into text components. Ooh, actually, one thing. Color wheel. Can we add a method here which is simple public void reset, just as I is 0. Right? Good. Now you can say private final color wheel is a new color wheel. And there we go. So we're going to say string text component is going to have it's going to be a string text component command. And this is what we're going to end up returning. Now we just have to make some edits to it. Component dot, does it have a with style? Is this correct? Unary operator style. Style.apply to, yeah. So we then want to say component equals component dot with style, right? Because this, oh, well, that's nice. So it means that we can essentially just chain it almost, because it ends up returning the component. So dot with style you return colors, right? Yeah. With style dot new style. What constructors do you support? Support a private style. Ooh. With color. Wait, what's the difference between with underlined and set underlined? They're the same. They are the same. Okay. So we're going to, with style, a new style, which we can define on a new line because this could get somewhat long. Or sorry, style dot default font. What does this do? Oh no, no. Style dot empty dot with color. I'm going to set the color to be color wheel dot next. Oh, and before I forget, we're going to reset the color wheel each time so that all the commands have the same color schemes. With font, no, dot, with underline true, dot. Now, how do we set the click events and the hover events? Dot get click event. Is there a set click event? Equals. No, there is not, and that is somewhat annoying. Okay, don't worry. Style equals that. No, what is this weirdness? That. So now we can continue building the style here. And then we'll just call this with style and make that a single line. And because I don't think we need to change anything on component, just do that. There we go. All right, so next up, style.getClickEvent. How do we set this though? Get action dot let from server. No, this isn't good. Click event dot. I mean, can we new click event? So this works, but it's not helpful if we can get it, if we can't actually set it. Oh, no. We have with click event and with hover event. Okay, hang on. Okay, I guess I just missed those. 1 second, let us undo this so that we have niceness. What's wrong with this? Cannot convert from I-formatable text mode to here. And even better, we'll just throw this all here, make this a one-line function, because we can. So, where were we? Yes. So, I'm going to with underline true dot with hover event new hover event dot action dot show text run command Actually, do you support other stuff? Whatever. We won't bother with it. Why doesn't it like this? The constructor is undefined. No. Hover event.action, T and type. Show text is iText component. Oh. So new string text component. This dot with style. Oh, hang on. Style color is style dot empty dot with color wheel dot next. All right, there we go. So now we can just reference the color here, like that. And then similarly with click event, new click event, click event, no. Why doesn't it let me click event.action dot, is it run command? Run command versus suggest command. I think we should suggest command. That way the user can decide whether to actually run it or if it was just a misclick. New, or you don't even need to do a string text component, we just run command and no semicolon. And there we go. So theoretically, this should not crash. But hopefully all of this should work. So we shall quickly build and then see if it works. I've moved it into the mods folder, and now let us run Minecraft. Alright, we can just test this in a single player world. This is one that I just used to calibrate graphics settings. And so you can use it for testing chat messages. That is not good. As you can see, it is not actually showing my chats. Maybe there is something wrong with the mod. I mean, I can tell you that I am lagging way more than I should. Not in gzip format, I don't think that's going to be the problem. Here we go. Exception caught firing event. Auto GG stuff. So command viewer on message received calls listener 6, index 6. So something happened in here. Oh, here we go. It actually tells us. So line 26. Line 26. So if style is not empty or not command match.find. What's wrong with that? Oh, sorry. It's a line down. Styled text acceptor line 15. Accept component.getStyle. What? Oh, from command viewer line 26. What? Oh, that's why. Command viewer line 26. Function accept or copy message. alter message, message. Huh. Oh, so it's saying that if message is null, then it would just crash rather than returning null. Alright, that should fix it. So I was wrong when I said that that wouldn't crash. Alright, I said it shouldn't crash. I was wrong. Copy that in there. And let us launch Minecraft. Let's go back to our single player world. And once again, nothing. All right, let's look at the log files. Null pointer exception. Line 29. Oh, it's saying that func is null. But, oh, no, sorry. No, I think I just didn't bother to copy it back to my mods folder. Thought I did, though. No, I definitely did, because it's showing the correct line number. So it's saying there's an error on line. So it's saying that something on this line is null. Well, what can I say? It can't be the component because we checked if that's null. And if it is, then we do nothing. Oh, except returns null. Because... Yep, that is my fault. So, it returns null. It should return optional dot empty. Yeah, so we were returning null instead of empty, and I didn't save before building. So what we expect is that when we return null from this function, it will just call the or else. However, that requires that this bit be an optional that holds no value, not literally no value. And so by returning optional.empty, we should hopefully fix that problem. Now we'll go to the single player world, and hopefully this time it should work. Ooh, that's promising. Let us wait for the world to load up so that we are not getting horrible amounts of lag. Oh, it's probably not happy that I'm currently recording this. That is why. Alright. But if we do... Huh. But it did not turn that into a text component. Oops. Huh, it's interesting. It is deleting the spaces, but it's deleting the spaces when I type them, as if it's going through its deletion routine, but it's changing them in the recent chats. Huh. Now that's weird. What would cause that? Is that just regular Minecraft? I don't think that's regular Minecraft. I don't know. Are the log files showing any errors? I mean, I might try reloading the game without that and seeing if we still see that same behavior. So you can see we're not getting any errors. If we go and delete the mod, right? I think that was, yeah, that was command viewer. Delete that. Then restart the game. Are we still seeing that behavior? Because that's weird. Because it shouldn't be calling that. So if we look at before text command viewer, then it cancels the event and manually adds it to the chat. What in the world could cause that? So it's as if it's doing like some of the edits, but not all of them, and then storing them in a weird place. Oh, so it is. So this is just part of Minecraft, or possibly a side effect of one of the other mods I have on here. So it's weird. It's like it's not actually changing anything. Oh, maybe it's because style isn't empty always. No. Resource location is null. That's why. So, can we just... So I think it's because style is always being empty. So rather than this, what if we say, if style is not empty, what if we say style dot equals? Oh. So style equals does do its whole equals thing. And then this format is italic, where's is empty? So is empty is just doing a straight up equals, which is weird, because I don't think that would ever be true. Okay, well, what if we say dot equals style dot empty? Well, yeah, no, let's do this. Because I still think that even this would be wrong. Actually, why don't we just do that. Save, build, and let's collect some debug data. And let us load. Okay. All right. Let's see if it's detecting this style correctly. So if we just pull up some of the logs. Oh, 1 second, let me mute that. Never mind. All right. But it's saying, oh. Here's an interesting thing. So it's not actually calling content with everything. Now that's weird. It's always saying blank was false. So if you look at this, you can see that we're getting blank was false, but we're not getting test was false. That's interesting. So why aren't we? Because this is printing it out for every single piece of content we get. So function accept or copy. So accept or copy, can I man, I wish there was a way that we could do this somewhat more elegantly, but whatever. I mean, it's possible that another mod on here is doing a similar thing, an on-chat message received, and that could be blocking it. That would be annoying. And actually, I guess this boy would be doing that same kind of annoying thing by trying to by trying to cancel the event and then make it inaccessible to all the other mods. And actually, should probably look into that in a minute. But no, because I've had access to it in the past. And again, maybe the event gets passed along regardless. So set canceled. No, because I think canceling an event only stops Minecraft from doing stuff with it. Yeah, and so all these other mods should just be reading events, I think. Oh, we shall see. So, sorry, what did we do here? That, yeah. So if we have a look at the logs, so you can see alter, and then I was an idiot and didn't actually do message.get string. And actually, we could probably do something with message.get string to mess with this a little, but we can look into that in a second. Let's build this and see what happens. And that should be all the data we need for logs. Alter test, but then we only get one call to accept or copy. Okay, well, accept or copy should by default default to this or else on the first one. Where's string text component? So text component dot should be the thing implementing this copy method. So yeah, it plain copies, and then it does copy over all the siblings in style. So why isn't it calling everything? Oh, where's the right class? This. So siblings should then call replace all. Actually, wait a minute. Just out of curiosity, does use, haves, is, tasks. Do you have a build and run task that would make me nice and happy? Because I wouldn't have to restart Minecraft every time. So if I go to the build.gradle, because I didn't bother writing up all the build.gradle stuff that you changed to make it runnable. Also, well, I'll change that later. Yeah, sure, synchronize whatever you want. So if we gradlu, what is it, run client? Missing Minecraft dependency entry. No, you're not. It is everywhere. Oh. I think I just missed one. Did that fix it by any chance? No signature method for argument text. Ah. That's why. Does that fix it? Yes, it does. Alright, run client. Oh, if I actually save this first. Yes, terminate. Let's just say, before, alter message.get siblings dot size after alter. Oh. Oh. I mean, that's going to be one problem. If we do this, does this just start Minecraft? Configures compiles. And build failed. Failed to get access, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. We'll just build and copy it. Yeah, that would certainly break some stuff. Place the file, run. And let us load. So as you can see, we are still getting no luck from the game working. Let's look at the log files and see what we got. What the? Oh, that's just weird. So before alter 0, after alter. So what I'm getting is that message has no siblings, yet it also has no content, and yet its getString method actually does something. So getText content, getString, no, get contents, get siblings, set style, plain copy equals hashcode toString. But I'm not seeing getString. Set style with style, getString, string builder. This dot visit. I less than 0 stop iteration dot empty. So it calls visit. Wait, no, but where's just getString? Text properties dot super dot getString, which returns this. So this should just iterate over all the siblings, right? And then do the stuff. So visit just iterates over stuff, but is present. Then why is it? See, this is where I'm confused. What? So it calls visit self. Which calls all kinds of accept stuff. What? And it just always returns optional empty so that it never has to, and it does it, and it iterates over get siblings. So why, must I ask, does it not work? I'm very confused. Okay, well, let's look at maybe string text component. So this dot text, this dot get contents. Styled text acceptor prints get contents. And it calls with get contents. So why doth it not work? Well, because alter text. So clearly something's changing which shouldn't be, or something's not what I think it is. So we know that getString works, but getSiblings returns blank, component becomes acceptor copy, and then we call getContents. So getContents is not the same as getString. Okay. But this is what I thought. GetString goes and gets everything from every subcomponent, or from every sibling. And I don't want that. Yeah, it calls this.visit. Okay, what do you call it with? Maybe I'm just doing something not smart. It calls it with getContents. Of course it does, because that's what makes sense. So why, must I ask, is getContents being empty here when it's so clearly not? Text component defines getContents to be an empty string. Okay, so text component defines getContents to return an empty string, but these are string text components, so they should return text. Huh. So why doth this not work? Take me here, and then show me. Print line message.getClass.getName message.toString. There. This will print out all the info about the message there is. So, with any luck, there should be something in here which should tell us why it's not working. Let us move you into the folder and start Minecraft again. And load you. Let's hope we get some useful data. There we go. Now let's look at the log files. We have here, let's see. All right. So, translation text component. Huh. So that's different than what we were seeing when I was running this on a server. And so I think that translation text components are just doing it weird, I guess. Value slash tell CoolSpy. Oh, and also Yeah. Hover event, action show action, value, insertion, +3, and default text component. So, okay. So what we're running into, I think, is that translation text components are weird. So I think we can just add a simple fix for this by saying if message instance of translation text component, then translation text component message. So what do we get on this? So what does translation text component like define? So it's done with a string. Args is no args. Decompose as this decompose template. Get argument. And it has its own kind of visit nonsense. Wait, hang on. iText properties, this dot decomposed parts. Dice print return empty. iText properties, decomposed parts. Text properties, visit. Okay, this is weird. I can successfully say this is weird. Empty text. Sorry, what does style text acceptor do again? It accepts style in a string. I think style's like the default style. Okay, what if we rewrite some of this code? So this is going to tokens expected lambda body instead. Oh yeah, because I just did this nonsense. So actually, instead of this, we're just gonna call acceptor copy, calls all this get content stuff. We can take this out because we now know why it's failing. So what we need to do is we're gonna end up needing to like rebuild all kinds of stuff, which is hard somehow. Maybe there's a better way to do this. Component dot get visual order text. What does this do? Actually, can we just cancel? Close others, do this, and then do that. So iText component get visual order text is a I reordering processor. Dot from list from pair. What does it do? Accept I character consumer. No, I don't think this is what we're looking for. See, ideally we would just do this direct sibling edit. But, alright, so let's do this. Dot get args. Does this just return the straight array? Yes, it does. Okay. Okay, I can work with this, I think. So, first things first. Translation text component. Component is text component message dot copy. Okay, so then component dot get args. How about this? For I0 I less than component args length I plus plus if I less than if component dot get args index I instance of I text component, then component dot get args I equals alter message component dot get args I. There, so this should now add the recursion to it, I think. It's not acceptable for type on it. No, this is an instance of I text component. Build that. Let's see what we can do with this. Hopefully, this will be more useful. This goes here. We wait. It is built. We copy. We load. And we will do this again. Now go to here. Let's see what we can do. Ooh. I guess that's somewhat promising considering that it didn't do anything when it encountered something which should do something rather than always doing default behavior. It means we're running into something. Let's see what we have. Yep, okay. Illegal state exception, no match found. Huh. Interesting. That shouldn't happen. Matcher line 536 caused by command alter line 37. Line 37. First of all, apparently it doesn't run with assertions on. But then let's see here. What could the... Okay, so content was the string. Here, we can actually debug this in another thing. So can I go to here and go to online GDB so that we can debug this quickly. Here we go. Import Java util asterisk. And also we have some patterns up here. I think this is the only one we're using, so we can add that in. Oops, that is not where it goes. It goes there. All right. Next up, string content is string /test. And this should throw the same error that we got before, except it doesn't because we imported something wrong, obviously. Java.util.regex. So this cannot find simple command matcher because I didn't include it. Let us see if this works. Run. Cannot find simple content because I put it wrong. And cannot find symbol, command pattern. Seriously, we need all of these. All right. It goes up there and run. And string text component, where are we doing that? Out, print line, before text. Command text. And group 2. There we go. Exception, no match available. That's what we got. All right, so line 17. Line 17. Oh. Yeah, I'm good at this. No match found. Is that the right one? Line 26. That is what we're getting. All right, good. Now let us debug this. Out, print line, command text. So this should be slash and then all that other stuff. Yeah, so slash test. So if we have a look at our regex 101, oh, slash test. Is this running the same pattern? That boy, yes it is. So according to this, it should work. No match found. Does it not like the assert? Yep, it just doesn't like the assert. So it is just an error of the compiler deleting important code. Alterer, assert. All right, that should fix it. Move that there. Did not mean to open control panel. And let us see if this works. Single player, load world. Of course, we can still type that. And it does make it through this time, but it's not displaying the altered component to us. So you can see that it's still showing this. So if we have a look at the log file, before alter, string text component. Wait, what? Ah, okay. So 39, is that before or after? This is command viewer, line 39. Command viewer, line 39. So this is the prior stuff. So if we just, ooh, huh? This is the thing. This is correct. Like, that is what we are looking for as the output. So why is it being called? Why is that showing up as an option? Does it have a color property associated with it? Yes, it does. So that suggests that for some reason the results are being passed back in to the system, but that shouldn't be. Ultra message, sibling function, function acceptor copy message. If we assume this is going down a stack, so this is it, or no, /test render info does text blank string text component line. Oh, translation text components aren't actually being logged. That would explain a bit of weirdness. So I less than args length, I is updated to reflect this. Oh, and return component. That would be why. And then let's get rid of all these print lines that we are no longer using and try rebuilding. Are you still logging stuff? You are not. And none of this is doing any random logging. All right, try it again. All right. Let us load this. And go to here. No. Ooh, this is good. All right. 10. 1, 2. Actually, Minecraft might auto delete these spaces. Oh, okay, that's weird. Oh, you know why? So you see that these are all actually correct. Also, so we have two things wrong. One, it's adding the actual, it's not using the text correctly, and so it's like doing a weird adding thing. I know that made no sense, but it is. And two, the colors aren't actually rotating like they should be. So let's have a look at this. First of all, color wheel. This is pretty simple. It is just me having to do that because I wasn't actually adding anything to I. If I remember correctly, this should execute and then add to it, I think. And then, secondly, in here, command parts, two command parts, command type. So this is not doing everything we need it to. So what we have to do is we have to include text and a command so that we do this. Oh, and then you have to be by function string. Then we organize our imports, and that has fixed that. And so now we just have to, okay, this is going to be the bit where we have to do slightly hard parts. Command parts, commands, dot add. So if we do this, then this should work. Actually, 1 second. We do dot stream dot peak does that. Sorry. All right. Thought I had something. I did not. This will just be a new array list. And so then we can say dot get siblings. So for I is essentially we're going to copy this for loop. Except we're going to do this. Then we're going to say comp dot get siblings dot add apply, or really just create command component, and then we don't have to implement by function anymore since we're not actually using it as a functional interface for stream API. Create command component. Text is going to be command parts dot get I, and the command is going to be commands dot get I, and then we can run. Oh, and wait, no, cancel this, and also this has been annoying me. The archive name should be command viewer. Delete this, synchronize class path, build. And then build this. Can now move that into mods folder and give this a go. Right, let us load this and load this. Whoa. Okay, so this is no longer working. That is not a good sign. It means that we broke something. Let us have a look at the logs and see where we made a mistake. Index 0, size 0. Line 46. Line 46. Command parts.getI, commands.getI, command should be the same size as command. Oh. Yeah. So, because we are only cloning over everything except, because we don't ever clone the first element, we need to add command parts.get 0. That should fix it. And then command viewer. Let us reload the game. Okay. Good. So now if we do something like this. And then just sorry, where was I? Yes, this lovely rainbow. Whoa, did that copy the entire thing? What? So where does it break? Because it was definitely working at the beginning. So it's only actually getting 2 arguments? Oh, I know why that is. Why it is because we are. So what happened was previously we were, where is this? Previously we were updating command parts and commands. So yeah, what we have to do is iterate entirely over commands, and then just say this is going to be command parts dot cop. Just do new array list command parts build. So previously we were iterating over it, and the way that it was making sure that it had every single element on it was that every previous element had already had every other element added to it, but by separating that between 2 different arrays where only one was being modified and that wasn't the one that we were reading from, it meant that the what am I trying to say? That recursion wasn't being added to every single component, or that every component wasn't being updated the same, and so it was only reading 2 at a time, and it wasn't propagating those changes forward. And so now by just copying it and then doing it the way we were before, it should hopefully actually do stuff. And 1 second, let's just go to, nah, we won't do that. Okay, so first of all, alright, so now if we do it's 1 a 1. These mean nothing. And there. Okay, I don't think that that's a good noise. Shoot, I can't even crash the game. Oh, okay, it crashed. What happened? I0. Yeah, that would do it. So it was just endlessly adding to the array, and so it never reached the size limit, which meant that it just lagged for eternity. All right, let's try it again. All right. So that all works, and then just enter a bunch of this. Look at the lovely rainbow. And so now you can see, by the end we just end up with this nonsense. Then, brilliant. Oh yeah, because I was clicking backwards. Alright, let's go try this on an actual server. Okay. Whoa. So, pretty sure this isn't supposed to be happening. So this is usually the stuff that's placed above the status bar. I was afraid some conflict like this might happen. I know what to do to fix that. We can just say or message dot, or sorry, no. Command alter dot command pattern dot matcher message dot get contents. Actually, wait. Move this all the way over here even. Dot get string. Dot matches not return, and this has to be event dot get message. So there, now if the message does not contain a command, it won't even attempt to do any processing on it. And hopefully that should cause it to ignore all those messages which are used for making Skyblock work. Right, let's see if that fixed it. Alright, you can see that this is now rendering normally. But so is everything else not working. Is this specific to the server? So did this just break everything? Huh. Yeah, so somehow this change event.getMessage.getString. Oh. Yeah. So it was looking for the entire thing to be a command, whereas messages contain, you know, usernames and such, and so they're not all commands. Alright, so let's try that again. There we go. First, let's just make sure that we have it back to the point that we can actually process commands. So, which we do. Now let us go and try it on the server. So, but on here, you can see that it's still not working. That is interesting. Interesting. So why isn't it detecting that? Okay, well, here's what I think that we have. So, at the moment, it is currently getting somewhat late, and I have to get this video edited and released by tomorrow. So, I think that we should call it a night, and then next time I think we will start with re-adding some debug code to have a look at the messages which are being sent by Hypixel and seeing why they are not being parsed into commands. Alright, so until then, that's all I've got for you today. See you later. Bye.